All right. So I have Susan Gaylani here with me for an interview, and she was so excited to share this that even though she can't be here with us live, she actually jumped on with me before to do a recording of her experience here with the Fast Track. And we've been chatting for a little while. So hello, Susan, and welcome to a live event via recording. This is the first for us to do it this way. And Susan was just sharing with me some of her emotions around how it feels now to be selling with your clients. And Susan, I just wanted to give you a chance to kind of share all of that. Like, what is your experience now with your clients, and how does it feel for you to be selling? And then we'll backtrack and talk about the Fast Track and all that stuff.
I think I'm enjoying it so much. Before, I always felt a little bit of a burden. Like the day I have appointments, oh my gosh, I need to close those. I need the money. I need this and I need that. Now it's like I go on the appointment having fun. I really enjoy it, that is the biggest thing probably for me right now. And the confidence that I have, just the mindset, I think that was huge. I had so many different classes on mindset and this and that, and they make you watch videos daily and all that, and it didn't do much for me. But the Fast Track did it.
Yay! Fast Track for the win, right? You gotta love that. So I wanted to just remind you, you told me a little story about a sale that you went on this weekend and something that happened there. Can you share what happened this weekend?
Well, we discussed budget ahead of time, and she told me her budget was $4,000. And she kept adding things, and she was so excited and all that. And then when I sat down to calculate, it was over 9,000. So it is more than double.
Doubled her budget, yeah.
Yes. And, before, if I had something like that, I would be, before I present her with the price, I would be thinking, oh gosh, she's not going to say yes to this. This is so much more than, how do I reduce the costs, this and that, and then I start taking away a little bit here, a little bit there to make it more acceptable in my mind, of course. Right. Now, like on Saturday, I just looked at it. It looks good. I just presented it, and I was quiet. And she didn't say anything. She said, let's do it. So, without offering.
Yeah. So in the past,
discounting,
you would have tried to take this beautiful product that you just made for her, and you would have tried to force it down to something less, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what you would have tried to do. Or you would have tried to make less money. Like, where can I shave some dollars off on my end? And so you were kind of like squeezing the life right out of that project before you even gave it a chance to be born, right? You didn't even get a chance to like show up in front of the client. And why do you think that it was so easy for you to be like, so this is $9,000? Why did that feel so easy?
Because I truly believe that it's worth every penny to work with Susan.
Amen.
I'm not bragging here, but it's true, because I know how much they will benefit from working with me. I care about them. I'm, confident all the products I am giving them is top notch. The design is amazing. The room is going to be full, all brought together in a way that they will never be able to get it that way. It's a huge value. I know that they're going to enjoy it for the next 10 years at least. Every single day they look at it, the feeling they get from looking at that beautiful room, it's so worth it, It's just like going to a restaurant. Sometimes we pay so much for one meal, you don't go there to just eat and be full, but you go there to experience the atmosphere, the china, how beautiful it is, the way the food is being presented, the way you're treated there. You know, everybody is, you know, trying to make you feel you are the queen there. And that's how I am with my clients. Their experience is going to be fantastic, you know, for them. And it's worth it. So.
And also for you, right?
Yes,
So that's a major difference maker, that it's not just that the client has a beautiful experience, is that we get to have a beautiful experience.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And
it's so, like the service you provide. Yeah. You know, you are providing such a customized and a service with full care, you know, about them. So
yeah,
fun for me, fun for them, and yeah. Everyone is happy.
Everybody's winning, right? So what is it that's so different now? Like you said before, you used to show up and feel like you needed stuff. Like there was kind of a constriction in how you showed up, and you felt like, oh my gosh, another sales appointment. And it was always really stressful. And you talked a little bit about mindset, that we have a module called Own Your Own Value. We really dive into that. And we talked about a little bit about owning that experience. Like that's what you know, Gaylani Design is all about, that experience, creating that. But is there something else that was different for you that the Fast Track gave you? I'm thinking particularly around, you know, how that flow of that appointment goes, that lets you be a little bit more at ease with presenting something that's double someone's budget, for example.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the phone call, you know. One thing I learned from you, that write down how you're gonna return the call, you know. I am not stumbling with words like I used to. It's very smooth. And also, you know, when I get them on the phone, I just kind of direct them toward the sale, you know. Also confirming the appointment. When I show up I am with full intention that this is going to be closed, you know. And when I talk to them also, I have that in mind. So every sentence I say, it is, how should I say? It's like I don't just say things. It's all with a purpose.
Right.
Because I am directing them toward the sale. And in the end, when I present them with the price, I feel I've done my job already way before, you know?
Right. Right. There's an old saying that says ABC, the ABCs of selling, it's always be closing. And I think a lot of people feel like there's the selling part and then there's the closing part. And what we do in Fast Track is like we pull that close. Everything you do is part of closing, right? Because closing is just the finality of them saying the final yes, giving you that check, right? That's the last thing that they're doing. But really, it's the whole process. Mm-hmm. So what I heard you say is that the different pieces of the process are now a little bit more structured for you. That's exactly the promise, right? We give you structure to what you're already doing well. No, so for everyone on the call, Susan had a successful business. She's been in business for 25 years, and she has invested in herself many, many times over, different training programs, different educational opportunities, and she's continued to grow her success. So it's not as though, you know, she had no repertoire to build on and she just suddenly came here and then everything changed. But the difference maker is that we don't only give you the how to do or the what to do. We give you the very simple details. You know, Susan mentioned answering that phone call. That's one of our modules, right? We call it the wow factor. We teach you how to answer those phone calls and how to return phone calls, when to return phone calls, and then what to do between the phone call and the time you show up to the appointment. That really creates a wow factor, right? You told me that your clients are saying something now that you're doing all those things. They'll tell you when you come up, you're so what? Do you remember what you told me?
Oh, you're so professional, you know. Yes. You're so different than the other person, or, you know, I mean, yes. I hear that, and I always tell them, you know, don't forget the review. I'm getting more reviews on the even before the sale.
Yes, love that, right? You don't have to wait until you install the product to get the reviews, right? So we
Yes.
teach that too. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
that's something I learned from you.
Yes, yes. It's all the little tips and tricks along the way. You know, one of the things, Susan, we were just talking about was that each week, so it's 8 weeks of coaching, and with each week, you just said you learned something new.
Mhm.
So you learn something new, and
Yeah, you go and implement, and then experience success, and you come back and learn more, and you go and apply, and it's a process. And by the time it's the 8th week, you are ready to go.
ready to hit the world running. So can you share with everybody, you said that January, what was your close rate in January?
100%. 100% with no discounting.
Oh, love it.
Discounting. And because I have done before, I closed before, sometimes 100%, but I discounted so low that you know, you look at your numbers and you say, oh my God, did I really do that? You know,
Right.
why did I do that? And now it's like my margins are pretty good, and closing it.
Yeah. And what's one thing that you no longer do anymore? What's one word that you said you're very conscious not to use it?
I erased the word free from my dictionary.
I love it. We don't get things away for free, right? Because free means there's no value there. And the whole point of everything that you've said is that firm foundation of really knowing your own value. So that's a really, really beautiful. I love the you're so professional. Then there was something else that clients keep saying when you said that they were calling you up and leaving a voicemail because you didn't get the call and you're going to return it and book the appointment, right? And what are they telling you? Why are they calling you?
They, in the message, they say, oh, you seem to be so good because your reviews are tremendously impressive, or something like that.
They're over the top. So, right, the online reputation, really getting it in order and managing it and asking at the right time, the right people to give it to you, right? Really managing that, making sure it's part of your process. So, you know, one of the things that that I am really passionate about is adding systems and structures to what you're already doing well. So that's what we want to do. And then also the promise, the tagline of Fast Track is to make more money from the leads you already have in your hands. Do you feel like we made good on our promise with you?
Of course, you did.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, is there anything that you would say? So we didn't talk too much about what it was like for you before you joined the Fast Track. So just one of the things that I'd love is if you, you could tell yourself back, several months ago before you joined the program, can you remember, like, what was it that you wanted the most? Why did you actually join? I mean, it's beautiful to know all the successes, and congratulations, because without implementation, without you actually doing the work and changing, making those slight changes, slight adjustments, you wouldn't be here sharing this success. So congratulations on that. But what is it? What did you want? What did you feel like you were missing before you joined the Fast Track?
I think I wanted to be super good in selling. I take my selling experience or skill to a much higher level. And also I want to, if I hire, I want to be able to teach them exactly those systems and those details that you gave us, Actually, one thing I just remember, you said to smile throughout. And I am, people who see me, they tell me you're very quiet and you're very serious, Now I am so conscious about smiling all the time.
Yes. Right.
And on top of that, it is truly having fun. So why not?
Why pretend you're not having a good time if you are, right? Right. And that's the beauty. When we get to work with more of our ideal clients, when we get to do more of what we love, and we're giving our clients what they want to have and what's going to make them happy in their own home, what's to be sad about, right? Why not smile? Why not be happy? So beautiful. Well, Susan, that is really cool. Is there anything else that you would say to someone here on the call with us who might be considering the fast track or who is unsure, kind of on the fence? Is there anything else that you would say just from your heart?
You know, I have had several sales training, and I would say they are really good. But the fast track, what I loved about it is all the detail that you give us. As a matter of fact, it's like how to say it, you know, it makes a huge difference. Those phrases that you say, you know, I am putting them on 3x5 cards and try to memorize them.
Good. Good.
Because they just they sound so good. It's like that's, you know, one thing. And I think the mindset was huge for me. Yeah. The video was huge. Also the document that you send out,
yeah,
it's also has helped. And I kind of changed it a little bit to fit my model. Yeah. And you know, people are so prepared to meet me and have the appointment. They are already excited, you know, and it's so easy to close now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. And that's a beautiful thing. One of the things too, so thank you for that. One of the things that you said to me when we were chatting was that now you don't worry. If you close it or if you don't worry. Mm-hmm. And mm-hmm. before it was all about, I got to have it and worry. And now you're not worrying and you're closing more. And easily.
You know, that tension is no longer there. Mm-hmm. You know, I know there is so much business out there. And I know, you know, the perfect client is they are lining up coming to me. So, you know, if one didn't see that value, tough luck. I mean, that's their loss, not mine.
Good. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Well, thank you. It was an absolute delight to have Susan in our course with us. So Susan and I got to work together. She was in one of the coaching classes I just finished teaching, and I just loved every moment of it. And I'm sure that, you know, if you are like Susan and you're just ready to take your sales to the next level, if you're already doing good, but you could do great, and what if it could be a little easier, less stressful, less worry, handling those meetings and those sales conversations with more confidence. Like, wouldn't you want to be Susan? I would. I do. I think it's fun. I'm like, oh, can I learn that? And I'm like, oh, that's right. We teach that stuff. So that's right. We do have access to that. So Susan gave a couple little spoilers. We teach a process called a video introduction. We teach how to do bonuses. We teach you how to send a product checklist. We teach a lot of really cool things that are only and exclusively available at the Fast Track. So we give you the script, we give you some tools, and then you can customize them, make them your own. And we actually do a lot of that right there with you during our coaching calls. So thank you, Susan, for all your time today. Thank you. Congratulations on all of your success. Keep closing those sales. Keep serving your clients. Can't wait to see more. This is just the beginning, right? Month number 1 of the year. So Susan has set herself up for really a breakthrough year, right? This could be the year that you break through where you've been kind of stuck. And that's really a beautiful thing. And that's
I had set high goals, and I really believe I will reach them, you know?
I believe you will too. Beautiful. So thank you so much, Susan. We'll talk to you again soon.
Mm-hmm. Take care.